Here are my top 10 recommendations for work bags that fit a laptop and are under $600. Now keep on watching because I do feel like this list has something for everybody, including those people who have 15-inch laptops, because I do, and I know that it's really hard to find one that still looks good on people who have a smaller frame. I'm 5'3" for reference, and I know the struggle. I also have backpack recommendations. So let's get started. The first brand that I want to mention is Coach, and I actually have two bags that I recommend from this brand, one from the outlet and one from the regular store. So I'll start from the regular store because I feel like this is something that a lot of people have already been eyeing, and it's the Coach Brooklyn 39. And so I have personally tried on this bag multiple times, both in the 28 size and the 39 size, and I just love the feeling of the leather. It is so soft. It is a very lightweight bag, so it can definitely fit a lot and it's not too heavy, which I personally enjoy over some of their other bags that also fit laptops, like the Lana, for example. I find that bag just too heavy. But the only thing about this Brooklyn 39 is that while it can fit both a 13 and a 15-inch MacBook, or whatever 13 to 15-inch laptop you have, it does look very big on someone like me who is 5'3". So I definitely would recommend this bag if you're just a little bit taller, maybe even like 5'5" and above. And I just find that this bag is so chic. I am in love with their suede color and their ruby color. I just think these are such beautiful colors, and obviously the maple is so beautiful. So generally, I definitely think that this would be a hot recommendation if I was just taller. Maybe if I were to wear heels, but I just am not that girl. Which brings me to my second recommendation from Coach, which honestly is my favorite. I am actually thinking of getting this bag, and it is surprisingly from the outlet. It is the Coach Large Laurel bag, and I actually like this bag more than the Brooklyn. I just wish that they had made it in a similar leather style. So let me explain. Why I like this large Laurel bag more is because first, it comes with a zipper. So I love this idea of security and being able to toss it around. It has a detachable shoulder strap and crossbody strap, so you can wear it in multiple ways. So there's versatility in the bag as well. And it can fit a 13 and 15-inch laptop without it looking way too bulky on my frame. It's like that perfect middle ground of like the slouchy feel of the bag, because it does have that slouch, but it isn't way too oversized that on me it would look like a sack. So this is a bag that I am really eyeing and thinking of getting once I return to the United States. And I'm really looking at that maple color. I just love that color, and the pebble leather looks really nice on this as well. But they do have this bag in a smooth leather form in tan right now. And I think that bag looks stunning and will also look really good as you wear it over time, because I just imagine like it growing and patinaing over time and having that rich, darker color with the smooth leather. That would be really pretty. So I actually think that color will sell out. It's seasonal and I actually really like it. And the best thing is the Brooklyn is almost $500, but the large Laurel is like $220. And I think that bag honestly is a little bit more practical than the Brooklyn is because of the zippers and the pockets that the Brooklyn just doesn't have. But I can't really decide. If you're a taller girly, I would say that Brooklyn shoulder bag looks chef's kiss. But for someone who is shorter and still has a bigger laptop, that large Laurel bag I think is totally underrated, and I have not heard as much about it, unfortunately. So the third bag that I want to mention is from Longchamp, and I know a lot of people have the Le Pliage tote. I myself have made a video comparing the medium and the large size, but I actually really love this bag, but it has to be the one in coated canvas. So there are many bags that are just in their regular canvas bags, and I personally find that way too flimsy. But their full leather versions of the Le Pliage bags are just way too expensive in my opinion. And so there are seasonal Le Pliage totes called the Le Pliage City Tote, and I have one right here. It's like a coated canvas, so it looks like leather, but it isn't. This is just coated canvas. It is like water resistant. It gives that same fuss-free feel as a regular canvas would, but it's not as flimsy as the regular canvas Le Pliage tote that everyone else gets. This is a little bit more pricey. It is around that $200 to $300 range, depending on the size that you get. This is the medium size. There is a large size that fits the 15-inch. This would fit a 13-inch. But I actually really love this bag, and I don't really see as many people wearing this in particular, which I don't really understand. I don't think the extra weight that comes with this coated canvas is significant enough for it to be super heavy. So I actually think that this is a way better bag. It gives more protection. If you're putting a laptop in, you don't really need to put a case over it. Whereas when sometimes I look at those canvas ones, I really worry about, banging it into someone accidentally, thinking that the things inside will become damaged. Whereas with this, I really don't think so. For example, you can just see it is pretty thick in there, and it has the same capacities as a regular Longchamp bag has, and I personally really liked it. This is seasonal, so at the moment I couldn't find anything in the website, but they do come back from time to time in different colors and different variations. And so I really like this bag. I believe this color at the moment is only available in the full leather version. But if you just keep looking, every now and then they do come out. And I really think that this bag is probably the best Longchamp Le Pliage tote there is. I have a full video talking about what fits, etc. And I definitely recommend you check that out, just so you can get a better understanding of what this bag is and how I got it and everything like that. But yeah, I definitely scored with this color. Isn't she so cute? I have a thing with pink bags and I need to stop. Now, the fourth bag that I recommend is this Madewell Essential Bucket Bag. I have seen a lot of my classmates at school wear this bag, and I think this looks so chic and beautiful. Now, I do think this bag only fits a 13-inch, but I definitely feel like the leather looks great. That brown tan color looks gorgeous, and it looks so chic, and I'm surprised it can fit a 13-inch, honestly. And so I think this bag is for someone who really likes that silhouette. If you're not that person who likes the east-west, but more the north-south, this is the bag for you. I definitely think that this is great. And at the moment, I think there is a sale, so it's like under $200. And I think Madewell, obviously in its name, does bags really well. They're made well. If you like that silhouette, but you want a little bit more versatility, I would recommend the Songmont drippy tote bag in the large size. So this bag I think is really cool. So I'm actually debating between this bag and the Coach large floral bag for my personal use at school. And I find this bag to be a mix of that like Chanel 22 vibe plus the silhouette of this Madewell tote bag. It has these two extra straps on the side that can technically fit a smaller phone. So a Pro versus like a Pro Max, I think a Pro could fit potentially. And I like that additional open pocket at the side because honestly, I'm not zipping up or putting my phone into the larger, bigger bag. And you can wear it two ways. You can wear it both crossbody or shoulder bag. When you don't use that crossbody strap, you can let it down hanging, and I think that looks really cool. And I actually like it in white, which I would not recommend, but they have it in so many colors. However, this bag is on the pricier side of the price range that I had given myself. It is technically $609, so $9 over what I said, but I definitely think that this bag just looks very unique. I've never really seen anything like it before, and I really like how it looks, and the fact that it can fit a laptop is amazing. It's definitely one of those bags where I see myself wearing it to school, but also wearing it out because of how fashionable it looks and how well I think it would pair with like jeans, and it's just a very easy crop top. So the next two recommendations I have are from Ralph Lauren. So one of the things that I recognize is that there are a lot of tiers to Ralph Lauren. And so the first one that I want to mention comes from its more high-end version called just true Ralph Lauren, and that is their medium shopper tote. And I feel like this bag really embodies like a basic summer girl bag in the East Hamptons or something. I don't know, like it's just a canvas bag with brown leather trim, but I actually really think this is nice because of those two outside pockets where you can probably put your phone. You can even use it for travel and put your passport. So I definitely think this is a versatile bag, lightweight, and it's like $300. But if you're looking for something that's full leather, they do have variations of this that are much more expensive, around that like $800 range, that that I also think are really beautiful and probably super high quality, but because they don't really meet the criteria that I had used for this video, I'm not necessarily including those. Now, if you don't want like a full Ralph Lauren bag because they are more expensive, there are other options. So for example, Polo Ralph Lauren is much cheaper. And for those backpack girlies out there, I actually really like this leather backpack that they have. It's in pebbled leather. It looks so beautiful. It looks such like a rich leather that looks very high quality, and it's technically in the men's section, but I would wear that backpack honestly. And this bag is around $350, and I just think like it doesn't contribute to scoliosis. So I think this is a great all-rounder bag, and I think Ralph Lauren as a whole, they have lots of different bags in many different price points, and I even know that Ralph Lauren has just like a very basic tote that almost looks like a Le Pliage. I think that there is something for everyone in this brand, but those were the two that I really wanted to highlight just because I really like that canvas bag for some reason. And sometimes they have ones with bears on them too, which I think are adorable. Or you could just get like a bear sticker or bear patch and like patch it onto the bag. I think that would be cool. So there's a lot of customization that I'm envisioning with that canvas bag. And then for that backpack, like that is quiet luxury. Trust me, that looks so good. If you're also looking for a backpack, but you're not looking for leather just because, you know, you want something that can hold up in the rain or whatever, honestly, Tumi, I don't know why more people don't talk about Tumi. I used a Tumi backpack back in high school as my like backpack all throughout undergrad even too. And that never let me down. They are really durable and they are made for the traveler in mind. So the one backpack that I recommend right now is the Halsley backpack. It is just under $400, and I think this backpack is really good because the number of pockets you have and the fact that you can actually put that backpack and slide it into a carry-on's handles. I don't really know what it's called, but it's basically that strap that is behind the backpack that allows you to slot in that backpack into luggage handles essentially. And I think that has always been a game changer. Whenever I look for travel backpacks, I always look for those things and I always turn to Tumi. And I definitely think the Halsley backpack is something that you could wear to school, to work, and then use that same backpack to go traveling with. So I definitely think it's a very versatile bag, especially if you're someone who like travels a lot for work. That is something that I think is really important because then you don't have to be constantly changing bags. You just have one, you spend money on one, the cost per wear is there. They have it in so many cute colors. They have it in this lavender color that I really like right now. There are tons of pockets. It is travel friendly. It's canvas, so it's really lightweight. It's durable. So there is so much that I love about Tumi that I think a lot of the girlies skip over, which I don't understand. And you can customize them all the same. They have those tags that you can put your name on, just like Coach, just like so many other places. Like people are ignoring it, thinking they're just like a travel bag brand. But I definitely think that they've stepped their game up and I like a lot of their bags. Now, if you're someone who still insists on wanting to have something that's more designer luxury, I have to say that if you go into the used market and go to get the Prada nylon whatever, whether it's a tote bag or a backpack, you can get a lot of options for under $600. These bags do not hold their value well, especially if they're work related. Obviously, those re-edition bags that are nylon tend to hold their value really well because a lot of girlies want them. But if you're looking for something that's nylon, it's canvas, it's also a backpack, you want the Prada name, you can get a lot of those on the RealReal or Fashion File for $600 or less. I have a few examples that I'm going to be putting on the screen, and I really think that a lot of them are often in great condition, or you can easily like wash them because they are canvas. And so I definitely think that that is another option for people who think that, okay, I want to go bougie on a budget. I definitely think the Prada nylon whatever backpacks, tote bags are a really good way to go because they don't hold their value well. Why would you buy them new to begin with? Save your money, go used, and you got yourself a great Prada bag. Now the last bag that I want to mention is the same bag. I don't know how to pronounce it. If I'm wrong, you can correct me. And I have talked about this bag in the mini size in another video. I think this is a great work bag if you want something that looks really chic and has a really beautiful silhouette. But the only thing I would have to say is that this Polène Sim bag sometimes just feels a little flimsy. And if you want more information about this bag, do check out my video on it, because I really do love this bag, and I love it in the cognac color. That color is to die for, and they have it in so many other variations. So for example, there's a raffia version this summer, and I think that one is really cool too. But the one thing I just really love about this bag and why it still made the list is because I just don't see any other bag that has that kind of elegant form to it that I've really enjoyed. Well, that wraps it up. Those were my top 10 recommendations for work bags. Are there any bags that you love, that you use for work, that I didn't mention that you think people should know about? I'd love to hear it in your comments down below. If you like this video, please do give it a like and subscribe. And I hope to see you wearing your best new chic work bag that is affordable in the next video. Bye!